everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am sharing 10 beauty mistakes that women just keep on making. And you should stop. So hey, I am no makeup artist at all. I'm not even really a beauty channel, but I really think my channel offers realistic tips and tricks. I show kind of, what I see a lot of people doing, and then real ways you can actually make a change and look better. So I really hope you enjoy this video. I really think you will. So let's get started. The very first beauty mistake that I see so many girls and women making is relying on lash extensions to have long and thick and beautiful lashes. And I mean, I did that for months and months, and there's just a few things I see wrong with it and that's why I stopped doing it. First, sometimes they just look unbelievably unnatural. It's also really annoying to go to those appointments, and then it truly damages your eyelashes. And again, I know from experience. And so after I stopped doing that, I started using a lash serum, and it worked. Like, it really did. But after a few months, I started seeing some bad side effects. My eyes were getting red and puffy around the lashes. And then also I started seeing my eyes get darker. And then I started Googling, and that's like a common side effect. It just freaked me out. There's just some really bad ingredients and negative side effects that go along with some of the lash serums out there. So I stopped doing everything, and that's kind of where I've been at for the last many months with my eyelashes. But about 6 weeks ago, Vegamour reached out to me. I had been hearing some really good things about their products because they're completely natural. I mean, about as natural as you possibly could get. They're vegan, they're completely cruelty-free and all natural, no phthalates, no toxins. It's just really good. So I told myself that if I wanted to, give this a try, I was gonna be very faithful and very religious. I even took before photos, so I have some after photos to share with you as well. So this video is in collaboration with Vegamour. Vegamour has truly changed my hair. I'm gonna get to my hair in a second, but I actually first wanna start off with lashes because that's my first point. So here is their lash serum, and they have different lash and brow serums actually. So for the brow and lash serums, I actually got the version with CBD infused into it. They actually have a version without that. But I personally love CBD. I don't know how familiar you are with it, but it's basically a hemp infused, it's full spectrum. It really improves circulation, it reduces inflammation. The way they do it, they actually make the CBD molecules about 1,000 times smaller so that it can really penetrate the hair follicles, and it stimulates hair growth, and it also improves the efficiency of the other ingredients. And some of the other ingredients involve red clover, which is another natural ingredient, and it actually reinvigorates the hair follicle to again stimulate that growth. It also has mung bean. So I'm telling you, these ingredients aren't used in many other lash serums, but it actually strengthens the hair connection to the follicle. So it will actually make your hair and your lashes stay in longer. I don't know, maybe that's wrong. I think that's the way it works, but I don't even care how it works, to be honest, because I am seeing results. Let me just insert the before picture. This was taken about a month ago, just with one coat of mascara, and I'm sorry, but I see a major difference, major difference. So I am beyond excited about that. I've only really been using the lash serum, but like I said, they do have a brow one. I just feel like I already have really thick brows, but there's so many people that want thicker brows. I mean, a lot of people want that. And so I am very confident that you would see results after about a month with this as well. But honestly, the longer you use it, the better the results are going to be. The next beauty mistake that I see a lot of women making is not filling in your hairline. This makes such a difference. It doesn't even matter what age you are. I swear I had this issue even when I was in high school. Even a few years ago on my YouTube channel, when I first started out, I did this video where I took eyeshadow and I would fill in my hairline, and it made me feel prettier and look better, and so many of you loved that. So I also wanted to share this Vegamour hair serum because again, it has made such a big difference in my hair. And what's interesting is months ago, I was actually having a real hair problem. I didn't tell anybody about it except for, I think, to my mom, and I think I told my husband Josh. I even have some footage of, I'm gonna insert footage of what would happen to me every time I would film a video. This is just me in my basement with like in front of my white backdrop. I would film a video, I would be there for like 10-15 minutes, like just doing the intro, and I would look behind me and there was just hair falling out of my head, and it scared me so much. Like I didn't know if there was something wrong with me. I didn't know if like it was stress. It was around the time that I was like leaving my job and I was really upset about that. So I don't know if that's what it was, but I continued to have the problem. I started using this scalp serum. It completely, my hair, it doesn't fall out anymore. So I'm starting to see regrowth as well. So I don't really have like before photos of it, but I'm gonna insert what my hair used to look like when I would pull it up. It's from that video that I filmed years ago. My hairline isn't awful, but you can see that there is definitely some sparseness along the side. And if I pull my hair up like this now, I don't know if you can tell. I mean, you have to be able to tell. I mean, look at that. It's so much, like there's regrowth happening here. Like I'm so excited, and my hair's not falling out anymore. So my version does have CBD in it as well, but again, if you go to their website, you can get this version or a version without CBD, whatever your preference is, but I seriously encourage you to go to their website and actually look at the before and after pictures, read the reviews. There are so many reviews on their website. I feel like their website is really laid out nicely. But for this, I just take a dropper full, I put it right in my scalp. It doesn't make it greasy. It actually kind of actually works very well in my hair and kind of makes it look kind of full instantly. But I wanted to say I do have a code for you. I requested a code. If you use my code Shea, you will save 20% on your order. So I'm really excited about that. So I will have everything linked down below in the description box. You can just click the link. You can use my code if you want to make a purchase or maybe not, whatever you want to do. But I'm just so excited, and I'm hoping that I can even check back later on and see even more results. I feel like I should have had my hair in the front this whole time because it really has grown so much in the last month. I don't remember how I cut it. I feel like I just cut it. Anyway, the next beauty mistake that I see so many girls and women making, and actually I don't really see them doing this, I just see the results of what happens when you do this, and that's doing your makeup in bad yellow lighting. So I'm gonna share a few tips and changes you can do. The easiest one being just doing your makeup in front of a window, although I don't think that's that easy. The timing has to be right. You have to have a good location. Really, you just need a good makeup mirror, but the bulbs and the brightness have to be at least 5,000 on the Kelvin color scale. Usually bulbs just typically are at 2,700. That's kind of like the dull yellowy color. So you need to have it at least 5,000. So I have this one. I can try and find, I got it from Wayfair. I don't even know if it's still available, but I do my makeup in front of this mirror every day, and it makes such a difference. But I also really recommend this Reiki mirror, which I can also link down below. It comes in so many different sizes. You can get them a lot bigger, you can get them smaller. And I don't know if how bright it will show up because I have so many, lights like on right now. But if you hit the button to turn it on, it is so bright. It's one of the brightest mirrors that I have actually come across, and it comes with a stand. You can actually put your phone here. There's like a magnetic little section right here that you can like stick your phone and then like do your makeup while you're watching a YouTube video. It has Bluetooth. You can make it different dimnesses. It's just really, really nice. It's like one of the nicest lighted mirrors that I've ever come across, other than this one. I love this one. But again, doing your makeup in bad lighting will actually make you kind of overcompensate, and then everything's a little bit darker than it really should be. So bad lighting actually leads me to my next beauty mistake that I see people make a lot, and it does involve foundation. And I feel like when people talk about foundation and the mistakes, they often recommend, not having too dark a foundation because you don't want to see that difference between your face and your neck. And you do want to match the foundation to your neck, obviously. Who cares what color your face is? It needs to match your neck. But I often see people having pale foundation because they're just so scared of having that difference that they almost go too light. So I actually encourage you guys to have a range of foundations on hand. Like invest in at least 3 different shades, maybe even 4 or 5, so that as the year progresses, from like the summer when you might have a little bit more of a tan without even realizing it, you can use the darker foundation, and then as it goes into the winter and maybe you're not in the sun as much, you do just naturally get more pale. It's just so imperative. I feel like, foundation is the foundation to your makeup, and just really pay attention to your neck and match it as closely as you can, which I know is that's kind of like a no-brainer suggestion, but again, it's just so hard to do. So pale foundation can actually lead to the next beauty mistake, which is using bronzer all over. So a lot of people will use the foundation that's too light for their skin tone, and they'll be like, oh man, I look like a ghost. Let's use some bronzer to fix it. And then they start applying it in more areas than they really should. You should really just use bronzer to give you kind of like a natural sun-kissed look. You can kind of use it to contour as well. You really should only kind of use it here, kind of like, again, just for contouring. And then also never forget your forehead. Just at the top where the sun would naturally hit you. Just imagine the sun in your room, in your bathroom, wherever, and wherever it would naturally hit you, that's where you should actually apply the bronzer and then stop. This next one is one that I feel I really need to say, and it honestly just has to do with the styles that change. So in a few years, this could be so wrong, but it involves eyeliner. I think a beauty mistake that I'm really seeing right now are people still stuck on the heavy eyeliner, which was very in style, very, very in style years ago. I did it like crazy. I mean, my goodness, again, I'm inserting some old footage of me. Look at my eyeliner, and that was normal, but now it's not. So really kind of try to scale back on your eyeliner. I think tight lining the top of your eyelids really opens up your eyes, but if you want to kind of give your eyes some dimension, just use a little pencil brush. I have one, let me just get it. Just use a brush like this. Do you see it? It's really tiny. And then use kind of like a darker shade of eyeshadow and then kind of buff that into the bottoms of your eyes and up into the corner. And so it will still define your eyes and open them and make them look bright, but it's not going to like close them in and look super harsh and strong. So in sticking with eyes, the next mistake that I often see, and I feel like this is more for people that just aren't really into makeup at all. If you love makeup, then this probably isn't a problem for you. But when I see people only use one eyeshadow for their eye look, it just doesn't look as good as it could. And I'm not saying you need to spend hours on your makeup or even that many minutes at all. I just really encourage you to always use 2 shades of eyeshadow, and just hear me out on why. Cut to the basics. You should always use a lighter shade and a darker shade, just purely for dimension. So here are my 2 favorite, like right now, my favorite eyeshadow palettes. They're both by Charlotte Tilbury. They're both very warm shades, and I can link them down below. I love warm shades. I feel like they look so good on every skin tone, but everyone has their preferences. So I recommend taking kind of like a medium to light shade and just a basic like fluffy brush and kind of buffing that into the corners of your eyes and into your eyelid. Like you can make it darker, you can make it lighter, whatever you like. And then the key is to go in with a darker shade and buff it only into the corner, just into the corner. Again, you can make it lighter, you can make it darker, you can make it subtle, you can make it dramatic. It doesn't matter. It's just having at least 2 shades in your eyes makes every single eye look amazing, look so much better. The next mistake that I see so many people doing, and honestly, I don't really have a solution for this other than just maybe don't do it, and that's putting shimmer on your nose. Why do people do this? I don't know. It's so interesting to me. It's really, I don't know if it was started by, YouTubers like nothing against Jaclyn Hill, Jeffree Star, Manny MUA, I love them all, but they all like to put intense highlighters right on the tip of their nose, like they're Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, only like the white-nosed reindeer. I don't know. So I've been seeing it more and more out in the public, although have I really? Because I'm seeing a lot more masks these days. But I guess it's just something to maybe, even though you're seeing it on YouTube, which I love YouTube, maybe it just doesn't translate into the real world. There, I said it. Another mistake that sometimes I see is involving your blush, which I love blush. I have a tendency to save it for the very end. I don't really know why. It's just a habit I've kind of gotten into. I almost feel like this kind of came from our grandmothers and just like older generations teaching us to do long strokes for blush. And I just don't think that looks good. I don't. I think you should just take like a whatever blush brush, like sometimes I have like a thick angled brush and short little dabs. Short little dabs. A little dab will do ya. So the next mistake involves your lips. and not using a lip liner. Guys, a lip liner is life changing. I feel like so many feel like it's just this unnecessary step. It's something they kind of skip, whatever. Don't. Like lip liner, if you find a good one, which I've been getting so many questions about my lips lately and the color, and it's almost always this Urban Decay. I can link it down below. It's like this 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil. It's in the shade Liar. It is so good. Like honestly, it's so good. I need to order more of this color. I want to order more shades. And it just makes my lips look so much more full. Like it glides on so nicely. I can make my lips look so much better. But the best part is it just stays on my lips all day. It makes whatever lipstick or lip gloss I put over top of my lips last and just look better. Like I just cannot say enough good things about this lip liner, and people that just throw on a lipstick or throw on a lip gloss, they're missing out. They are missing out, and that is the beauty mistake. So that does it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed these actual like beauty tips and mistakes, and maybe you make some, maybe you don't. I hope I shared some, good suggestions for you. And I will also have the Vegamore products and a discount code linked down below in the description box. I really am just so excited about that as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.